Hello, everyone. Well, hello, the one person that's been waiting on me, but I'm gonna make this video, see how many people join me, and of course, I don't do a lot of live videos. I've done about 3 so far, and of course, I'll leave the video up. Now, the question or the topic that I had picked out for today was, um, recent realizations. Sorry, I'm getting the camera set because I did not prep. There we go. All right, so recent realizations. As far as my own realizations go, I have realized that there's a part of myself that I wasn't aware of. There is I wouldn't say a corruption, but there is an impurity within myself that's, it's not huge. It's a small impurity. It's kind of like a black spot in a gold ingot. Not saying I'm all the way to gold, but um, now, this impurity within myself is something that I've tried to address through a couple different rituals that I've done, and I actually made a couple of videos I haven't shared yet. I'm going to share once I work through everything, but it's something that has gone unnoticed for quite a while. It's been increasing my passion, my desire, and to an element, to a degree, my fear. Now, I'm still working out exactly how I'm going to deal with this thing. And I wouldn't say that I'm possessed really, but it's more like a gateway to something else that's open within me. And there's other gateways. There's a gateways within all of us, but there's other gateways that I want to encourage, and this one gateway I want to close. Now, I will this is kind of like new territory for me because I've read plenty of stuff as far as how to get rid of, being possessed by a demon, how to purify your space, how to protect yourself against unwanted, guests in your home or even within yourself. I've read plenty of stuff on the topic, but none of it is our paths that I think that I can take along my own path. I think that I have to figure out how to deal with this through, you know, taking bits here and there from other sources, but really and truly working out a ritual that I have created in order to deal with the problem that I have. Now, it's not a big problem, but it is something that if I allow this gateway to be open, it will develop into something worse. That gateway will grow bigger and bigger in essence, more solid in its foundation. And really, the chakras are gateways into our spirit, into our astral body, into our emotional, intellectual body, and then of course our physical body is always the last to get hit. But when our emotional and intellectual body are hit, we still can see signs. We just have to be able to look for them. We have to realize that, okay, I completely hate everything that I loved, and I talked about this in the how not to become a ghost video, but we have to look at crazy emotions that are not related to what's going on in our lives that just come out of nowhere. We don't have a history of mental illness, or our family doesn't. And of course, mental illness can still be the case, but that's definitely a warning sign of spiritual intrusion, I guess you could say. And having very specific nightmares that seem to have a message or something feeding on us in our nightmares on a regular basis. That's another thing to look for. If you feel that you have a spiritual intrusion into your being. Another thing that I would look for is how effective do you feel you're connecting to your spirits or gods? How effective do you feel in your magical works if you practice magic? How effective do you feel working within your altar space and casting your spells? How effective are you carrying out the procedures that connect you to the divine or you to that which is beyond this realm? How effective has that been for you in recent times? And if for some reason you feel the gateways to the divine are closed for you or closing, that you're not feeling that same connection that you once did, you might want to think about the idea that you might have a spiritual intrusion into your being. Now, that's the last thing that I would consider when looking at a lot of these warning signs. But if you rule out one thing at a time, you get to a point where you realize, okay, there's something that's attached itself to me. It's attached itself to my psyche. Maybe it's feeding on my intellect, my certain intellectual thoughts. Maybe it's feeding on my ego, my emotions. Our emotional body provides food for plenty of beings that want to attach themselves to us and feed on our negative emotions. And sometimes beings that feed on in a symbiosis on good emotions. But everything's relative, and there's a number of beings throughout the multiverse that um, will attach themselves to us. And some people even encourage that and try to attach these beings to themselves because they either worship those kinds of beings or they feel it's the next step in their spiritual path, which I don't believe it is. I don't really want anything attached to me. I want certain gateways open, and I want to be able to control what comes through those gateways. And those gateways are, again, along the spine or in the lotus of the heart or within the third eye. And the third eye is, of course, right there, and it kind of leads back into the pineal gland. It's the projection of the pineal gland is the third eye. But anyway, don't want to cross topics too much. So I'm working through a lot of things, and I'm just starting to realize about myself. And my hope is that once I have all the videos together, once I have all the knowledge that I gained from dealing with this together, I will create a video about how I dealt with this. But I haven't dealt with it yet. I haven't overcome this step. Now that I've found that something has latched itself onto me, it's something minor, but something that can become a problem. So once I work through it and figure out what magical things I'm going to do, which steps I need to take along my spiritual path, and how I'm going to move forward and be more careful going forward, then I will share, a compilation of what I've learned and maybe some video content and some rituals that I never would have done in any other case. But since I believe it's a negative being, I did basically a left-hand path ritual that, I didn't sacrifice anything external to myself. But I used a Latin mantra, if you will, that I would never have used if I wasn't trying to contact something negative and trying to get it to expose itself. And I did capture some interesting light in the video, and I'll leave it not in the video, but the pictures that I took that I didn't see myself, and my camera is glare proof, of course. But I'll compile all that for y'all, and I'll show y'all once I work through this. But look forward to having a little mini course in how to deal with this problem that I'm dealing with now, because I'm working it out myself. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or recommendations, feel free to shoot down in the comment section below in this video. If you like this video at all, you thought it was interesting, and this is kind of the spur of the moment thing that I didn't really think about before I started speaking, because I wanted it to be just honest, and it has been honest. So if you thought that it was good in that way, feel free to shoot that thumbs up down there, and I'll probably be pumping out another video tonight. But this is the live stream, and I hope to do more of these in the future, and I'll give much more warning in the future. But hey, thank you very much for watching. I hope all of y'all have a great day, and be protected. Find yourself some protection. Find yourself connection, and move forward along your paths, brothers and sisters, because we all have to. We all need to. Thank you.